Welcome to another edition of Draw With Me Kids. It's episode 110. Cameras and selfies. So, we were going to do this back in June, and in the end of June, we celebrate International Camera Day. And so, we're going to do it anyway today. And you're going to get ready for some trivia, how to draw a camera, and maybe even add your own selfie. So, get your pens.
Pencils,
papers,
erasers,
or whatever you're going to draw with. Ready? And let's go!
And let's go.
That's right, you're doing pixel art. I'm on traditional. See you soon. Today we're going to focus on cameras. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen a traditional camera before. We used to use film. Now we all use digital. There's still some that have the same body of the old film cameras. I have 3 trivia questions as well. And then I think we're good. So let's start off with a camera and how to draw one. I'll do one right up here in the corner, and I'll try and do it big enough that everybody can see. You would start off with a box, like a rectangle. Pretty simple. Simple shapes.
I'm still making my background. I didn't make my background this time.
Oops. Are you going to draw a camera?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. So you start off with a rectangle. And in that rectangle, you would draw a circle, which is where your lens would go. I'll show you how to make this all look three-dimensional. Right now, it looks like a flag from Japan, which is just fine. It's allowed to. It's all the simple shapes, right? And here's your circle in the middle. There's your rectangle. And then you would have a button to click. So maybe you put a little half circle up there to represent your button. Maybe you have a flash, maybe it's built in, or maybe it's one of those big ones, those big heel flashes. Not heel, the heel is what you put it into. Oh no, I'm gonna need somebody to help me with what it's called. The type of flash. You could have a big one up here, which would be a rectangle like this, and then a rectangle to connect it. Or you could have one right here in the corner if you're just trying to do a little pocket camera. I'm going to go for the one in the corner. And then you can add other little buttons, like maybe there's a dial right here to tell you settings. If you want to put that, you can. I put a little dial up here. And maybe you have a little handle right here, just a little tiny half circle or oval. And then a teardrop to be this strap that might be on your hand if it's a portable camera. You don't have to add that if you don't want to. And now to make this a little bit three-dimensional, and it might be a little harder for Sophia on pixel art, but I don't think it's a big deal. There, that's pretty cool. Miss Rainbows, that is a really good idea, is to draw another circle right around.
That's my dial.
Oh, that's your dial.
I have a camera that has a dial.
You're gonna have your settings on your lens. Sorry, I'm gonna redo my circle here.
It's because my camera that I have has.
It's true. Your lens has some features around it. You can make a little bit of a three-dimensional aspect to that by just doing a curve on the inside like that, and then a curve a little bit on the outside will give you sort of a bit of depth. That's not really working very well for me today, is it? Let's just go back to, since we're doing straight on, let's go right back to that circle with a circle around, because that looked cool. If you want to put a little bit of an edge, you can do just a tiny line parallel and 2 diagonal lines, and then maybe we can see the top a bit more. It's all up to how you want to show your camera off. And that would give it a three-dimensional. then you could do a little bit of the same kind of line like that to give it a thicker lens. If you want to. But I like yours right like that. Yours is good, Miss Rainbows. I love it.
Thank you.
So what I do to sort of show the glass on it is I do a wavy line just like that, and then I would color I color the top part a light color. I color the bottom part a dark color. So like a dark blue and a light blue, and that makes the impression of glass. Or you can be really, oh, I like how you're doing that, Miss Rainbows. The flash like that, a couple lines in there just to give a little dimensionality. That's cool, pixel art idea. Or you can be really crazy and draw, hello. Oh no, Nikon's not going to produce an SLR camera anymore. It means they're not going to make cameras that are like film. Are they the film ones, the SLR ones? But if you want to do something really cute, you can maybe make a small picture on the inside of a person that you're taking a picture of. Maybe you're going to show your frame of what's reflecting in your lens. That's one thing you can do. I love how you are making it look three-dimensional and look like a camera. Beautiful, Sophia. Miss Rainbows, it's wonderful. What do you guys think? Oh, wow. The DSLR, okay. The digital SLR. So, like, basically, the ones, I have one that has a lens that comes off. We have around here. Do I have them handy? Maybe I have them around. Usually I do. Not too far. I bet you he's in the closet. Oh, we'll take him out. He can stay there for now. Yeah, I think he's up on the shelf up in the closet. Miss Rainbows is going to go look. But yeah, basically.
Yes, he is. He's up there.
So basically mine has like a lens that can come off, and it's got a body. It's a box. And in the old ones, you would be able to open up the back and put film roll in and close it. And that would be what the picture was recorded on. Now, or well, pretty soon, not anymore with Nikon getting out of the business, but you could have a card. The video card would then record the image or the light that goes into the box. Which is an interesting question because, are you ready? I have the first trivia question. I didn't give anything away, but I may have given you a red herring. Are you ready for the first question about cameras? The name camera obscura comes from Latin, and it means what? Camera obscura means what? A dark box, B, a magical space, or C, a dark chamber or room.
I'm gonna guess dark chamber.
Very interesting guess, Miss Rainbows. We'll give our friends 2 minutes to think about it and answer if they want to. The question again is, what does camera obscura mean in Latin? A dark box, a magical space, or a dark chamber? So that's really the simplest way to draw a camera, like a digital camera, or if you remember the film cameras, you'd be as old as I am. We have a guess for a dark box. We have a dark chamber and a dark box. So, but maybe what you're more familiar with is having a cell phone, and your cell phone camera can look just fairly similar in starting a rectangle. I'm just going to do mine at an angle. That can be a little bit longer. I may have made mine too long. And depending on what side you want to do, I'm just double check, yeah, my timer's working. If you want to show the camera side, maybe you have one spot back there. Maybe you're got an iPhone that has 3 of them. Maybe you only have 2 of them. That would be the back of your camera. And you can, or maybe you have an Android phone and it would look a little different. They're usually in the same spot at the top. You can curve it around if you want to be an iPhone. That would be what you see on the back, and maybe you can make your little, I'm going to put a lemon on the back just because I'm silly. I'm silly. Maybe it's a little, it's a corn. It's a corn. It's not an apple or a lemon. It's a corn. To represent the apple on the back because I'm silly. Or you could do what I'm going to do over here, which is going to go right into our selfie. And what I'd like to do as a project, what are you going to do, Miss Rainbows? You're going to finish your super cool camera. Holy cow. Oh, I'm not going to do my selfie just yet. I'm going to go into what the answer to the question is. So our question was, the name camera obscura comes from Latin, and it means what? A dark box, a magic space or magical space, or a dark chamber. It is a dark chamber. C, a dark chamber.
I thought it was because chamber starts with C too.
That's a very interesting deduction, Miss Rainbows. I like that. Camera is a chamber, and usually something that you would have like a ritual or a space in, and obscura is the dark or to be concealed. And the reason that it is camera came from that is because the earlier experiments for capturing images took place in a dark room with focused light. So it was the room itself. It was the room itself. So I'm going to start my next question. And then I'm going to build my selfie, which I'm going to do using what you might imagine. Actually, here, let's build the selfie right now because I'm going to do it. So I'm going to build, I have an iPhone. Maybe you have a different device, but maybe it looks similar. I'm going to start with my rectangle, just like I did in the other one. And I'm going to do the front face this time. And since it's your device and it's your thing that you want to do, you can make it any size or shape, any color on the edges, if you can see the edges. Maybe you're lucky enough you don't have a cell phone that has edges. It's so amazing. And I'm going to do a little edge, bevel on the inside, sort of edge here.
I'm trying to remove my background because I put it on the wrong layer.
Oopsies.
And now I want to edit my background without editing my picture, and it's not working. So I have to remove it all.
I'm sorry that happened. You're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
You're being very patient and very, very careful and good about it. So that is always, you're always going to have problems when you're doing art. Sometimes you won't have any, but when you do have them, don't be upset and don't be worried. Be like Miss Rainbows here, who's just very calmly figuring out what she needs to do to fix it. Because there's always a way to fix something. Even if it means you might have to start again, it's okay. It's all right. That's why we like erasers. All right. Well done, Miss Rainbows. I'm going to start the next trivia question, which is Louis Daguerre used to capture photos using what material? Are you ready? What did he use to capture photos with back in the day? Did he use metal, paper, or canvas? What did Louis Daguerre from France use to capture photos? metal, paper, or canvas? I suspect somebody watching is going to know the answer based off of where he works. But anyway, so what I might do here is, because you know we have on our phones, mine does anyway, maybe yours is different, has a picture that looks strangely like what we developed up here, doesn't it? A little camera, button, and maybe have your filters and stuff all on the side. I don't know, but I'm just going to go with the camera button. And what I'm going to do for my selfie is imagine that the camera is looking back at us. So maybe it would have a little symbol in the corner where it would be a circle with the reverse, because that's often mine tells me that my camera is facing the front. And my camera has, my little thing has the camera up here, so there would be a little hole up here where the camera is. Somewhere here, I think. And then I always like to take selfies with somebody I love. Ms. Rainbows.
And my dad.
And your dad. And Mr. Rainbows. Mr. Doug. Mr. Rainbows. Oh, I like your background. Woo! Snappy snap. I love it. And I'm going to draw a picture of Miss Rainbows and I just hanging out doing our art. Beep, 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 beep. So the question is, what's happening over here? It's like, it doesn't want to, it's not refreshing very well on my screen. Okay, so the question was, Louis Daguerre used what to capture photos using, or used to capture photos using what material? Metal, paper, or canvas? And the answer is, Ms. Rainbows, you got an answer? What do you think he used? Have you ever heard of a daguerreotype? Daguerreotype? No? Sophie's like, what? I have one here in the office somewhere, unless I get rid of him finally. Chief McNabb. And his picture was taken on metal. So he used metal to capture the light and shadow produced by his camera. At the same time, William Henry Fox Talbot in England was using paper to make prints. And of course now we use data. We use data cards. Or the memory on our phone. So similar times, two different people working on two different processes. And that was Louis Daguerre and William Henry Fox Talbot. So Mr. Talbot used paper and Monsieur Daguerre used metal. It's kind of cool. I wish I had my little daguerreotype somewhere. I have it somewhere. I just don't know where to put it. I wouldn't have thrown it because it's ancient. And it would be a very good memory. It's very faded, but he was on a piece of metal in the background. It looks sort of like it's layered. It's kind of cool. Anyway, yes, the answer is metal. We'll do our last question, and I'll draw my selfie of Miss Rainbows and I as if we're just sitting here after our thing. Doing our art show with you guys. The last question is, what is the light focusing part of a camera called? What is the light focusing part of a camera called?
I read a book that told me that.
Oh, so you know this one, all right.
No, I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember. Is it A, the pupil, B, the iris, or C, the mirror? What is the light focusing part of your camera called? Pupil, iris, or mirror? So I'm going to do me, kind of goofy coming into the side, and it's rainbows goofy coming into the side. And I'd probably be holding it with my hand, so you might see like my hand coming in. So you could do something interesting like that, or you can just sort of see the results later. However you want to do it. You might see my hand sort of coming in here. Maybe it's reaching up here. I don't know. See that? And then Miss Rainbows, maybe she's like also trying to hold on to the thing for me with her smaller hand. So maybe you see her hand sort of doing something over there too. Did I push my timer? I did. And you see that's goofballs saying hi. Maybe we're sending a message to Sophia's dad saying we're here. Look at us being silly. Because we do that often, don't we? Look at us doing something silly. And so I'm just using the techniques we did for faces, which is to draw my circle or my oval, and I'm mapping stuff out. Where noses and mouths are going to go. Back of the head, we need to have an oval in the back of the head. Little lines for necks. Oh, neato! You put a person who looks a bit like a wobbly. It looks like a wobbly! I love it! From the wobbly life. Miss Rainbows loves that game. Alright, so the last question on our trivia today was, what is the light focusing part of a camera called? Is it A, the pupil, B, the iris, or C, the mirror? Miss Rainbows, do you remember from your book?
No.
Nah, you don't
I
want
told you already.
Hmm?
I told you already. I don't remember.
I know, but maybe you jogged your memory. What would you guess? Wobbly. Well, okay, yes. The answer is, just like your eye, the iris. The iris is the light focusing part of a camera. So I'm going to draw a cartoon me and a cartoon Sophia. I'm in a weird angle, so this is going to look weird, I think. That's fine. There's Rainbows and I, cartoons of us. Oh, maybe my chin will be a little deeper here because I'm going to be ha 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 he. Big smile. And you'd see this part. I'm drawing my eyes. There. Ha ha ha. We've got lots of crazy selfies, don't we? We like to take pictures of ourselves. Because it's always fun. I'm going to do my nose a little bigger than normal. Because why not? Why not? And there's my goofy grin. My ponytail. And my hair kind of, I have a little piece of hair that kind of does that.
What did I do?
I'm going to do Miss Rainbows right here. And I'm going to make her cute little nose. Figure out where that goes. Sort of a triangle, sort of. And then she's looking at the camera too. This is super cartoony. And I love it. Ah. Yay. You need your glasses. I'm not doing a very good job of these right now. I'm okay with that. I'm going to be kind to my picture. It's okay. I'm doing a super crazy sketchy picture. There's rainbows. You look a little bit off. Maybe we've got a bunny filter on. We got rabbit ears on Sophia. There's rainbows and rabbit ears on me. And I got a little rabbit nose. You got a little rabbit nose. Maybe we got little rabbit teeth that are filtered on our teeth when we show our teeth. But that's kind of the idea you could do, and then you can have whatever costume or outfit you want to do, a selfie of your friends. And to think if we hadn't had some crazy human or set of humans experimenting with light and shadow and how we can, make memories using our phones or our camera devices or anything. We wouldn't have them on our phones. We wouldn't be able to do silly Snapchat photos or even have a video. Ability to have a video. It's kind of a neat, that it got invented.
Wobbly camera.
Wobbly camera. Wow. I think. So there's a few ways you can do a selfie. Boop, boop. You can do kind of what Miss Rainbows did with her wobbly camera, putting the subject in the middle like that. You can show a cell phone from the front to the back. You can have these kind of portable cameras. Maybe you have memories of having a DSLR, which is what we were talking about earlier, how Nikon's not going to be making them anymore. What? I had a little foot for mine that had a big flash potentially. I had a little flash that was built on it. You could add a flash to it, to the hut shoe. All kinds of buttons, and then you'd have your lens on it. Mine had a special grip. You might have a strap on it like that to go on your neck. So yeah, that's how you build a camera. Are you happy we did cameras this week, Miss Rainbows? Because I know you were sad we were going to miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah! I think I'm done. Are you done? Let's show everybody up close your wobbly camera. There is the wobbly camera in pixel art.
Okay, good, bigger.
Pixel art wobbly camera. And my mini cameras, that's fine. We're going to switch over to...
Show mommy.
You going to show mummies? Okay. There's mummies. There's Miss Rainbows and there's me and a really quick cartoon. And we're both holding the phone on either side to take the selfie. And then my little camera's there. And there's the back of what a phone might look like. I just made mine a corn because then it could be anything. It could be an iPhone. It could be an Android phone. Thanks for watching Draw With Me Kids. It's episode 110. Cameras! Woo! We hope you had a lot of fun drawing some cameras, and maybe you learned some interesting facts about them too.
If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and share the video with all your friends.
Wow.
That way,
nobody misses Jolly Kids Edition ever again.
Yay! We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.